The San Francisco 49ers have had injury problems all season, but it seemed like against the Rams, as their defense just had no answers for the running game or the passing game of Los Angeles, that Robert Salah and the San Francisco 49ers just ran out of answers. And you just wonder now, can this defense be salvaged at all and help the Niners make a deep playoff run? What is up, Niners fans and Niners Nation? Welcome to the Lumia Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Throw us a sub and a like. We would really appreciate it. And check out the channel. We do videos every single day. We have the rest of the reviews coming out for this week and the previews and predictions during the weekend. As you see, that's going to be coming up at some point Friday or Saturday. We do the live predictions. It'll just be me solo, but we have some with me, Tony El Tigre. So check those out. We predict every game throughout the week. And in our playlist, we do every single team, breaking down the review and that prediction and putting it in the categorized playlist. So please check this out. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's see what we've said about the 49ers recently. We said that Matthew Stafford would take them down. Sorry about that. And we asked if the win over the Giants was them bouncing back. But we did say that the injuries might be too much. So check this out along with some of the other vids on our channel. Now back to the episode. And when you look at the Niners, I mean, that was a tough loss for them. But the Rams are a top-end team. The problem is the NFC West is so tough, but really the NFC at large, like, look at how this is playing out. I would say with Seattle being what they've been so far this year, really taking a huge step up, and the Bears kind of entering that race. Right now, the San Francisco 49ers are the 8th seed in the NFC. Not what you want to see. They've dealt with injuries, but I still think they've been playing overall pretty well. I mean, they are 6-4. It's more a product of just how tough the NFC is. You look at the Panthers are right there behind them at 5-5. But if you're the 49ers, you got to get over into one of those seeds and get yourself a chance at the playoffs, especially with the news that Brock Purdy looks good and he might come back. I mean, I think you guys have a chance to really make some noise. And I know that they play the Bears coming up, but we'll go over the schedule. But right now for the 49ers, I'm not saying it's tough. They would have had to sweep the Rams, so you know what I mean? Not the worst loss in the world. The Rams are one of the top teams right now in the NFL, but still not where you want to be at this point of the season. And obviously, like, this division, we all thought that this division would kind of, and I did actually think this. I need to do more of the predictions at the beginning of the year, but just looking at the schedules, I thought that the NFC West would have a bounce back year. Now, again, didn't see Seattle at 7-2 necessarily, but I did think they could be a playoff team. Just because of what they had built last year, and I thought Darnold would be a little better than Geno, not this much better. But right now, you look at the 49ers, they are the 3 seed in the division. They are still 3-1 in the division, and they did beat Seattle. So there's still a chance for them to get that division crown, but they would just have to win so many games right now, being 2 losses back of the Rams and the Seahawks. Tough hill to climb right now with again, just how the injuries have piled up for them. And let's see how the 49ers have gotten to this point. I mean, they started off hot. Big win again against Seattle. I mean, the Saints and the Cardinals, those teams aren't very good, but you went out there, you scratched out wins against them. Tough loss to the Jags. I remember that game, Purdy was just throwing some bad interceptions. But you go out, Mac Jones starting, threw for 340. Sheesh. And they beat the Rams. Then you lose to Tampa Bay. Remember, that was the game that Fred Warner did get hurt. And from then on, you've just seen inconsistencies. You beat Atlanta and the Giants, those 2 bad teams. Maybe this is consistent. You lose to the Texans, who kind of are rising, and you lose badly to a Rams team that we see is getting better. However, you have a golden opportunity right here in front of you. I didn't even know this. Their schedule, oh my goodness. I mean, the Cardinals might be the Panthers game is huge. We can't sleep on the Panthers. They are right there at 5-5. And for whatever reason, they go out and they win these weird games. So you don't want to take the Panthers lightly necessarily. And the Cardinals, that's a divisional game. But, man, they have a real opportunity here, Cardinals, Panthers, Browns, to maybe be able to string some wins together. Bye week Titans right before that last stretch. I mean, Colts, Bears, Seahawks. It's going to be a tough last 3 games of the year. But right now, it's right in front of the 49ers. They can make a little run here despite everything going on. And we can see if they can kind of gear up for that last playoff push at the end of the season. All right, in our new segment that we are calling Comment of the Week, we scour our comments from the last 49ers preview and review episode, and we shout out the best comment that we received, but Niner fans have been mute. They have been quiet, no comments, so get in there, shout us out, and we will shout you out for Comment of the Week. Yeah, I think for this defense, they just got shredded by the Rams. Now, keep in mind, obviously, the different components here. The Rams right now have Matthew Stafford. He is in the discussion for the MVP. Sean McVay, great coach. And, of course, as we know, 49ers fans, no Fred Warner, no Bosa. They're gone for the rest of the year. And that's who you were really building the defense around, was those two stalwarts and kind of the draft picks and Robert Saleh's brain. And, I mean, they just had no answers. They had no answers for the 3 tight end sets that the Rams were coming out in. It was just run and pass all over them. And it just seemed like it didn't seem like the first possession in the game, boop, 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 touchdown. Okay, you then start trying to tighten up, trying to kind of get up on that run game because the run game was affecting them. The next thing you know, 40-yard pass to Davante Adams over your head. Boom, boom, boom. And then you're like, all right, well, we got to do something. We got to mix it up. You try to blitz, and then they just hit you with a Puka Nacua screen that goes 20 yards in a touchdown. And it was just like that the whole game. I mean, defensively, I think they got everything. They got outplayed. They got outcoached on that end. And again, I don't fully blame anyone. I think the Rams are a team right now that's kind of on a locomotive. They're on fire. They've been locked in recently, and they're hot right now. And specifically, I mean, the secondary just didn't have a shot. Davante, Puka, again, like we mentioned, and those tight ends were just all cooking, all eating. I mean, Stafford's hitting every pass. But, it wasn't like you can't be perfect if you let up 42 points, right? So Robert Salah, there were some plays like in the red zone. They had Davante Adams, who clearly is the number 1 receiver. And there was that possession where they put a safety just lined up man-to-man on him on the 2-yard line. And you're kind of like, all right, what was that about? And just easy pitch and catch touchdown for the Rams. I mean, I think Salah was searching for answers, just trying to find something that could work. Nothing did. And you just got to wonder, right? Like with this defense, because we've now seen them kind of get cooked up a little bit here. C.J. Stroud hit him for 300 yards. And again, in this game, 30 rushes for 126. That's 4 yards a carry. Stafford only missed 12 passes, 24 for 36, 280, 4 touchdowns, no picks. There was just no resistance. They only got 1 sack, and that's been a problem for them, obviously, since Bosa's been hurt, and even a little bit before it. They just don't get any pressure. So it becomes a lot about the scheme, going out there, trying to scheme your way to stops rather than just the ability to rush with 4, play something on the back end. Now you got to try to figure out pressure, and it's just it's tough. It's tough for them right now. Not the team you wanted to play against at the moment. And let me actually see where the Rams are ranked and everything. But coming into the week there, yeah, this is your 8th best scoring team on offense. And, yeah, I remember now. Yep, passing yards, they're number 1 in the league. So just a terrible matchup. Remember, they mentioned it, when you lose Fred, you also lose the communication. So all of the stuff, like any audibles, hot routes that Stafford's calling, adjustments being made at the line of scrimmage, the 49ers just couldn't adjust back. D. Winters is worrying about trying to get off a block, let alone call the defense. So that's just tough. And you look at the 49ers defense, I mean, they kind of have been doing it smoke and mirrors. 21st in passing defense, but 10th in points allowed. They've kind of just been figuring out getting goal line stops. That just was not the case in this game. Again, I don't want to kill them too much. It's the Rams, but they do need to pick it up, specifically against the Cardinals, to give this team a real chance. They don't have to be the 10th best defense, but they definitely got to be 15th and just an average defense over these next 3 games. And I think they'll be fine and have a chance to win all 3. Other news, big news. I think Mac Jones played really, really well. However, the news surrounding the team is that Brock Purdy will come back this weekend, that he's practicing, that he looks good. And if you're 49ers, I think at this point you just got to play him. Like, you got to kind of see what he has. I found this out this week. He has a no-trade clause. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So, I mean, we know that they gave him the big contract. So, really, they don't have any options. You got to play him if he's healthy. Even though I think Mac Jones has been good. Really, really good throughout the season. He has gotten, though, recently, last 5 games, 5 picks, he has gotten way more turnover prone. That was, to me, his advantage over Purdy. But if you're going to start turning the ball over, is what it is. And speaking of turnovers, that it was just tough. We might have been able to see the 49ers keep up, but just some turnovers early. Jawan Jennings fumbling the ball. That one really hurt them. And that really, they were already down 14-0 at that point. It was just like, boom, pedal to the metal. Next thing you know, it's 21-0. They tried to fight. They kind of climbed sort of back into it with a mix of Mac Jones passing it. There was a Brian Robinson drive I really enjoyed where he was running the football, getting more physical, giving McCaffrey a break, but they just couldn't get enough stops. They couldn't get any stops. So once that turnover happened, they were kind of just chalked in this game. And for the 49ers, again, not the worst thing in the world. You come back, you get the Arizona Cardinals. You need a win, obviously, to remain in playoff contention. But definitely interested in this team. I'm not, again, the 49ers, they're just, it's tough for them. I think they're so well coached, but you need players. I think the training staff needs to get fired. We saw this last year. We're looking at Hufanga right now on the Broncos fly around and be fine. And we are seeing again Bosa and Fred Warner be hurt. Your quarterback be hurt. Ricky Pearsall out. Like, there's so much talent on this team that's on the sideline in walking boots and on crutches. Like, that can't happen. But more about that toward the end of the season. Right now, 49ers, they can't really focus on that. They just got to focus on the next game with the Cardinals. I'm really interested to see how they come out defensively. I mean, we saw that the Seahawks were able to eat on the Cardinals, but we also knew that Brissett is a professional. So very, very intrigued by that game against the Cardinals and Brock Purdy more than likely coming back this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.